What good
Automation.
I hate you. What good everyone? We have some unusual crowd with us, and matter of fact, it's very interesting that they are the ones that are early compared to, the usual people. We have none other than Kay. She's back!
Yeah, hey.
How are you? What you been playing?
I actually played The Quarry, and I enjoyed it more than I thought I would actually, because
Mm,
I liked Until Dawn, but I wasn't like in love with it, and but I decided to play The Quarry, and I was like, I was yeah, I was impressed at it. It's just a personal, you know, opinion. I felt like it was better than Until Dawn. I really enjoyed it.
gotcha. Well, they just gave away what's called Madame Madan
Oh
on.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that you can play, and trust me, that game is very interesting.
Right. And as you say that, I'm gonna add that to my download list right now.
Also, don't forget to add Crash 4 to your list. Good game for Audrey to play.
Yes.
Got unlimited life. So, yeah. Zarek, you're here. How are you? What you been playing?
Tired, but I'm still awake. But I've been playing different games. Strangers in Paradise is one of them. That game is, I guess, pretty good, but it's difficult as hell. Um, like I said, I've been playing some Far Cry 6, and been playing some like just random games, just try to figure it out. And I did get Crash 4. I did try it out for a little bit. It's pretty fun. I already have Man of Medan. Still got it already. And then I grabbed the other game too. And I was like, okay, well, I might have to plat this games. And so I'm just working on my backlog until the games I wanted to pre-order comes out. But that's about it, man.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Anyone but anything game related? Cause PlayStation have been hosting these sales for the longest now. Back to back to back to back. Indies and other and non-indies.
Mm. I've got to look at it yet. Look at
I
the
mean,
indie.
yeah, I haven't bought anything on sale yet. Like the last game I bought was The Quarry, so.
Okay. As for me, I bought a few. So I bought. Let me see. Um, Give me a second. What did I buy? I bought. I remember I bought. Okay, so I bought Forgone. It's almost like a Metroidvania. I think I've yet to play it. I bought Ender Lilies. I'm having so much fun with that game. If you're a fan of folklore, you need to play Ender Lilies. The map can be frustrating at times, but other than that, it's a fantastic game. It just needed voice acting. And I bought Star Renegade, and I have yet to play it, but I am excited to see what I'm gonna play after I'm done with Ender Release. Cause I beat, I finished ending A, I think. I need to move on all the way to how many endings there are and finish that game for real. Cause ending A is almost like the bad ending in a way. Let's see, we have Weeb. How are you? What you been playing?
Hello, apologies for the delay. I'm good. I've been playing AI the Somnium Files, the Nirvana initiative, which is the sequel to obviously AI the Somnium Files, and I have been enjoying it thoroughly so far.
It looks
If
really sexy.
it's also very sexy, yes. Also very a lot of fun. I mean, I'd say you probably will like it because it has a really great sense of humor. And also quite dark. I mean, I'm not that far yet in this game, but I know the first game it had a lot of fun, like with the main character, like he's an idiot, he's a pervert, that kind of thing. And there's a lot of
Mm.
jokes, a lot of meta jokes, but the plot was really dark, and really clever. I didn't see it coming from the beginning, and there's a lot of twists and turns, and yeah, it's sort of high concept sci-fi. It's basically a detective story, but the sort of the gimmick is that you have a fake eye which has an AI, and it's a title, and it allows you to use a technology where you can basically invade people's dreams. So you put them under, you invade their dreams, and you have basically there's a puzzle with a time limit. Every action costs you time, and you have to find the optimal route to uncover basically what they know, what they've seen, so you can progress the plot. But there's lots of twists and turns. There are different endings, and you have to go back to other earlier scenes to make different choices to see different endings. And there's a lot of fun. Like you can do really ridiculous stuff also when you're in people's minds, which wastes time, but sometimes are just worth it because of how fun it is. And yeah, the sequel doesn't disappoint so far. It adds a lot of elements. You also have like a Tamagotchi essentially that you can raise by making stupid choices. And yeah, I mean, it's the same old combination of comedy and intelligent story and some dark twists. So yeah, Omar, if you're looking to play something after Ender Lilies, I can highly recommend it. Or
Was
let's say start with the first game and then start with and then play this one.
oh the one with the eye, right? Almost like what called visual novel?
Yeah, it is a visual novel, and essentially it's a detective story, but it's really fun. It's anime style, so you're gonna love it. It's dark, funny, and yeah, creative. So I mean, I highly recommend that. I've become a fan since the first game, so buying the second game was like a no-brainer. I bought the collector's edition, so I have a figurine included. I posted that on Twitter. Uh, I mean, they for all I care, they can make 10 games of this. I will buy them every single time because they're so much fun.
Nice, yeah, I have it on my radar. It's just too many games.
I know.
Hmm. Morgan is going to be late, and Nate, well, he might be asleep. We will
Mhm.
see. Um, our first topic is going to be, and this is going to be concerning you, Weeb. I couldn't fit it in the title screen. What is what make a remake? Like, for example, the conversation I was having with Chris Ratchet and others that they compared The Last of Us remake, a different remake from a game like, for example, Resident Evil 2 or Final Fantasy 7 remake.
I
Because, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think there's three terms that you need. to remember. There's a remaster, a remake, and a reimagining. A remaster is pretty straightforward. They polish up the graphics, high resolution, but essentially it's the same game underneath. They just gave essentially the low effort remake, right? A remake is completely it's the same game, but with a new engine. Everything has been redone, rebuilt, but it's the same game. So The Last of Us, unless they make changes in terms of story, which I don't think they will, because they said they're going to reuse the same recording. Well, I wouldn't say a straightforward remake, but it's still a remake. I mean, it's not straightforward because they've changed some of the character models to more accurately resemble the actual voice actors. Clearly, the combat is going to be revamped, but like Resident Evil 2, that's a reimagining because it's not the same game as the original. They made changes to it. The same with 3. So there's definitely a difference there between the two. So it's not just the same game with prettier graphics, but there's some some gray area there. Like I said, The Last of Us is a bit of a gray area because they said like this is how we actually envision the original game. And while I don't think they're going to change the story, they're definitely going to overhaul the combat. They're definitely going to, as I said, the character models have been updated. So you can consider that to be the definitive edition, like the how you should remember The Last of Us, or basically the canon version of it. But I say, it's in the gray area because it does more than just make the same game again, but with prettier graphics, because you are changing something of the gameplay and you're changing something of the characters in this case. So that slightly changes it, but underneath it's still you're still gonna experience The Last of Us Part 1. Like you're not gonna be playing a completely different game with different possible endings or things cut out or changes made. Like it's not going to be like Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? I mean it's a misnomer because it's clearly reimagining, because they're changing a lot, and possibly we don't know, but we're speculating even some major events going to be changed from the original game. They even said so that you have to consider these two as companion pieces, but not necessarily that Remake is a definitive version of the original. That's still there. That's still its own thing. And this is a different way to look at the story, a different set of reimagining. But at least from what I've understand from Square, you shouldn't see that as, okay, forget the original. This is the canon story. They both exist, maybe in different universes, whatever you want to. It's a multiverse of Final Fantasy, whatever you want to call it. But both equally valid, but still different things altogether. They can coexist together without one being the superior or the definitive version.
Okay, so my second question would be, should it be nominated for Game of the Year?
Yes. I mean, it's of course, you're gonna be very, you're gonna pin yourself in the corner if you say, because Resident Evil 2 Remake, I believe, was nominated, I think, or at least some. I'm not sure if the Game Awards. I think so, but
it was definitely up for nomination for sure.
So I mean, there you have it already, right? If that's nominated, why shouldn't The Last of Us Part 1? Because then you really have to be nitpicky. Say, okay, because they changed something, it's treated as a different game. I mean, you cannot say a game that's a remake cannot be nominated, because it's essentially a new game. It's just, adopting something that already existed. I mean, it's more difficult for a remaster, because there you could clearly say, look, we're not going to consider it, because essentially you're just porting the game and maybe polishing it a bit. But you're not you're not releasing a new game. But this is definitely it's a new game. It just happens to be a remake of an existing game. And yeah, maybe The Last of Us has the handicap that it's a fairly recent game, but still, originally it's a PS3 game, right? It did have a PS4 remaster, but essentially it's a PS3 game. So whether or not you need to put any time limit on it, I don't think you should. It should treat it as its own game. And sure, when they nominate or when they decide which game is going to be Game of the Year, certainly that will play into their evaluation. Like, yeah, it's great, but maybe it's just great because the original story was so good, and we're just telling it in better looking graphics, and therefore, we might favor an original game or sequel to a game that does something new or does something different over this one. But that's up to personal preference. I mean, let's say if everything that came out this year was shit and that was the only game that was good, it could easily win Game of the Year.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
This is how I look at it. Whether anyone likes it or not, a precedent has been set. So
We're gonna talk about that just before I say this. After I say this, I have an update on Innate. He got kidnapped in the wood by his girlfriend.
and Morgan's here
So
too. Don't you dare forget about our precious Morgan.
yeah, I was about to let her do her intro. Don't worry about it. Morgan, how are you? What you been playing?
Hey, can you guys hear me? I'm driving around, so it probably sounds horrible.
Now you sound good.
You sound
Okay,
fine.
okay, cool. But yeah, I'm good. It's Morgan, aka Chill Bandit. Still playing Persona 5 Royale, still loving it. It's great. I'm on my third palace. Love it. Love everything about it. Um, but you guys are talking about The Last of Us, the remake being nominated or something for Game of the Year.
Well, the question is, Last of Us, should it be nominated for Game of the Year? And
Mm-hmm.
the first question is, what makes a remake? Because I've had so many conversations about what is a remake and what not.
Right. I don't know. It's hard for me to decide whether or not it should I love the game, absolutely love it. It's one of my top 5 games, but it's just like if it were to be nominated, I could just see the amount of backlash and hate coming from the game community for this game. Like I could just see the oh my
Well,
god,
now
this
I want
game
it to be nominated.
it's a yeah, it's a 7-year-old game. It's already been, because it was already a Game of the Year winner before. So you're gonna be like, y'all gonna
Wins
give it
it
another one?
again.
Y'all gonna give it 2? What the hell,
Yeah.
bro? Like I tell you, Sony. I swear, you guys just, you just suck off Sony. I could just see the uproar. Um, I I don't know. It's I get you guys' points that a precedent has been set because what the Final Fantasy VII remake was put up there for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know when it comes to Sony, I just like people are just ready to get the gun out and immediately fire, no questions asked. So it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I get that Final Fantasy VII the remake was like kind of a new take on the story. So people kind of forgave it for being nominated, like, oh well, it's a different take. So, and I don't know if they're gonna do anything completely different with The Last of Us Part One, besides like the upgraded visuals, and I know they're adding probably the weapons from the Part Two. But I don't know if that's enough to like for people to consider it a completely new experience. I guess that's kind of a thing I'm gonna have to wait and see. I expect to be blown away regardless, but
Yeah.
it's a very difficult conversation, and I'm just like I honestly don't know where I stand with it. I guess I just have to wait to play it and see how I feel about it and be like, okay, yeah, that's definitely a game of the year contender. But I don't know. It's
Yeah,
it's
like
just
that's
weird.
another thing. We don't know how much they've actually changed it, if they've changed it at all.
Right.
Precisely, which is why I didn't say anything. I'm waiting on the final result. All I said
Yeah, I'm
is
just waiting.
I see it being nominated, and people were not having it.
Oh yeah. like
Yeah.
oh man, the game community. Oh Jesus.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it. What's your thoughts then on? Okay, so then, what makes a remake for you?
Like you mean like versus like a remaster or something?
Well, no. For example, the reason why I talked about this is because we have a game like what's the name of that game? Um, Lolly, Lollipop. The one with what's its name?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
Right.
Right? What's the name of
Yes,
that game,
Right.
Weave?
Lollipop Chainsaw. Yes.
Thank you, Lollipop Chainsaw. It's getting a remake.
Mm.
However, it's not getting is the original what called
The score.
music is not going to be there. And
Right.
I saw people calling it just not a remake then because it's not one to one. So I'm curious.
Well, it's still a remake, but people are skeptical. A, because there were licensed songs, so they're not all included, but also uh, apparently they bought up the IP, but Suda51 is not involved, James Gunn is not involved, so people are wondering, okay, who is this for? I mean, why make a remake of something when you are not involved? We're not involved at all in the original. It feels like, yeah, people are concerned. Like, is it going to be a cash grab?
Cash
Is
grab.
it going to resemble anything of the original? So yeah, I'm far less excited about this than I was initially when they announced it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, I can
Mm,
understand that because music is a very important part of a lot of games. It creates the atmosphere, and without the original score from a game, I feel the same way if we didn't have like Bear making the score for God of War or um what's his name? I forgot the guy's name who does the score for The Last of Us. The music plays a very important part, so I could see why people would be upset that the original isn't going to be there. But yeah, to me, what makes a remake, I guess, as long as it stays true to the true vision of what the game was initially made for. That's what makes a remake to me. They got to stay true to the core and what the game was meant to be. Like, don't like what we've said. I don't want like just a cash grab. Like, okay, we're just doing this just cause. Like, you know. So, I guess that's what kind of makes a remake to me.
gotcha. And you okay?
Oh wait, what was the question about the remake? What makes a remake? Is that what you were asking, right?
Yeah. So two questions. One, should Last of Us One be considered Game of the Year? I mean, be nominated for Game of the Year. And two, what makes a remake for you, or
Okay,
what should be
so
considered as a remake?
like I'm with Morgan. Like I honestly don't know how I feel because like one, we don't really know what the remake entails, like how different it is. Um and because like I said earlier, a precedent has been set. You got the Final Fantasy remake, RE2 remake, those were up for Game of the Year. But they
But
were
there's
also,
this,
really different. So
But
we
they
don't
did
know
them
exactly.
more as as a reimagination than a remake.
I gotcha. So like for me, I don't know how much they have changed or if they haven't changed anything at all. So it's hard for me to say, oh yeah, it should be up because they changed enough to where it's like, okay, yeah, it should be. If I had to say like right now, if it was just a straight remake, it wasn't, comparable to the remake or reimagining as like RE2 or Final Fantasy, then I like from a personal stance, I would say no. Um, but like I said, like a precedent has already been made. So, I mean, if it's up for nomination, it's up for nomination. You don't have to vote for it. No one has to vote for it. So, although
Gotcha.
I do think it would be hilarious if it won, and I kind of want it to win now to make
Oh
everyone
man.
cry, and then I
Oh
can just lick
man.
the tears off their
Tears.
faces.
The tears.
Rek,
Yeah, yeah.
thank you. Rek,
Oh
what about
man.
you?
Hmm.
Hello, Esto Rek.
Yo, I'm bad, man.
Good morning.
Um,
He's a
man.
hard worker. Leave him alone.
Yeah, no, if he's hard work, then feel free to skip. I don't mind.
Um,
If he's that
yeah,
tired, really.
it can be a running up for game of the year. It can, but it's gonna cause a confusion, a lot of confusion of the other games that's gonna be nominated as well, because it's gonna be a competition with I know not for God of War. I don't think it would be competition for God of War, um but for Forbidden West, Elden Ring, and some other games that's really high. But the two I know that's gonna be the look at ones would be Forbidden West and Elden Ring. But for that to be part of that, it's gonna have to strike home like hard. Like this got to be a different remake or something. It's got to be like something that that was in the original game itself. And so the mapping of the game has changed, or I said if they going like Last of Us 2 route, I think I think it's gonna be a lot better game than what it was. But still, the story has to match up with the original version. So I think they're not gonna change that. I think they're gonna add some stuff into it. Um, but it could qualify for that since it's coming out in what, September or whatever, something like that. But there are differences in the remaster, remakes, and all that stuff. Um, like I said, man, it's all about the core for the original story. If you're gonna remaster the game, it's about the new gameplay, new everything. It's the revamping of everything, and what to improve on the mistakes of the past to get new gamers or old gamers, And music does plays a part, and gameplay. The gameplay, if it has the same structural gameplay, or they want to change something new, but the new style has to work to get newcomers to come in, and that's what Final Fantasy Remake did. They changed up a whole lot of stuff to improve on, and so that's what I'm expecting. The last was part one. I'm expecting something like that, a whole change, and so, but let's go. We're just gonna see what this plan gonna be. So I'm done.
Okay, gotcha. Um, what more important? Change the story or change the gameplay? If you had to choose between one.
I would say, man, that's a hard decision because if you change the story and you change it from its roots, it may confuse the audience. It may confuse the audience. But if you change the gameplay Because the gameplay has to work with the story. It has to somehow fit with it. And so I say the gameplay because that's what matters. That's what really matters is the how, how I say how not confused is it and how straightforward it is and how stylish it is. And so you have to present that as a presentation. And so the gameplay has to match with the story. It has to for the people to come in and like enjoy it for the fullest. That's what I think that it should be done. It should change. I mean,
Gotcha. Um. Okay. If you had to choose between gameplay or story, which one would you rather have it changed?
Which one? Which one would I rather have them change?
Yeah, if you had to choose between a remake with a new gameplay or a remake with a new story.
Man, um, you know what? I feel like like this is just my personal opinion. The story is core, but gameplay is ultimately king. But you can change gameplay, and as long as it's better or the same, like it stays the same or improved. So I feel like gameplay can be changed, but story can't. With the exception of as if the story is the same, but you might add something to it. So those are my thoughts.
Morgan?
When it comes to at least with the Last of Us Part One, definitely gameplay. The story was amazing in my opinion. It doesn't really need to be changed. I mean, they're welcome to add new segments to it. I don't think the core story needs to be changed. The only kind of downside of that game was the gameplay, which was vastly improved with Part Two. So
I
gameplay
agree.
for Part One.
Weep?
Um, so the question is, what
If you
would you
had to
rather
choose,
change the gameplay
but
or
this
the
is
story?
not just the last one, just in general, if what's more important for you in a remake, gameplay or story?
Um, well, I mean, I don't think you can change the story per se because that would defy the purpose of a remake. Then it's no longer a remake. Uh, it's then essentially a reboot, right? So you need to keep the story intact. Of course, you can expand upon it if the story is very bare bones in the original, and the remake is a bit more fleshed out. And again, yeah, it depends on, are we talking about remakes, reimagining? Because if say Final Fantasy VII remake, again, they changed the story, but it's fine because they want to reimagine the entire game. Again, it's basically a misnomer. It's a reimagining, and the gameplay was changed as well. Um, I say it's easy to say, of course, that gameplay is king, but for any game that has a narrative, obviously that narrative needs to be there. That you can't change. Like with The Last of Us, uh, even if they didn't change anything of the gameplay, it's fine if the story is still there. But if you had to choose, right, I'd rather they keep the story than keep the gameplay. They can change the gameplay as far as I'm concerned. In fact, they're probably going to do that, and it's all the better for it. Um, so yeah, it depends, I guess, on the game, obviously, but in general, I mean, yeah, don't touch the story. I mean, that's kind of the point of the game. I mean, if you change the story, it might as well be a different game. Then it doesn't really matter what the gameplay is.
hmm.
Gotcha. Um, As for me, I would take gameplay over story.
Well, what about Nate? You haven't addressed Nate at all.
All right.
Wait, he made it? Because I didn't hear.
Yeah. Oh
Why
my
am I?
god.
No. I normally when someone join in, I hear the music of the fucking Discord that makes. I didn't hear that.
Excuses. And Nate, are you there?
Oh, thanks. It's like
Yeah,
can't recognize.
I
What's up,
am.
Oh
man?
man.
Okay. There you are.
What's your thought?
I mean, honestly, I mean, if the remake is good enough to be nominated, why not? Like, I
So
mean,
you don't care
it's
if that
just that
it's
simple.
a remake, and they're not changing anything aside from the story, from the gameplay. Story-wise, it's still the same.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, so if I mean, if that's the case and it's that good, to stand up to whatever else came out that year, then it's probably a really bad year. So yeah, I mean, someone's gonna nominate it regardless. So because despite obviously Jeff's being televised, there's still dozens of other game awards out there. So someone's bound to give it. If it's as good as we all think it can be. So we'll see what happens when it gets there. But yeah, I don't care. I mean, like I said, that's the fault of the other games that released that year. If this remake comes along and can just destroy it, you know.
I
Um,
mean, this year when it comes to the games, there are some very strong ones. Forbidden West, God of War, and
yeah, I
Elden
mean, I
Ring.
honestly don't. I honestly don't think it's going to be nominated. To be honest, so I'm
Which
not worried
one?
about it.
Last of
Um,
Us?
The Last of Us, yeah, I don't think it's going to
Hmm.
be nominated. So I mean, I'm not worried about it. But
That's because
yeah,
Stray's gonna win.
Are you okay? Because
oh,
your audio sounds very, what's called, um, um, your voice sounds like you're sick.
no, that's just me at the moment. I'm good.
Gotcha.
Nate's hiding his hangover.
Yeah, that's what it
Not a
is.
not a hangover. Never in my life.
That
Or
Nah,
maybe
lies.
he just
I
escaped
don't
his
believe you.
girlfriend
Kind of sounds like you just
nah.
woke up.
from that wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all. Nah, I got the house to myself right now. So
Okay. The next topic is going to be, well, let's face it, this week, zero gaming news. Aside from actual release date, thank you fucking very much. Um, Apparently, Microsoft is going to attend gamescom. Woo! But here's the kicker. They're only going to show what they showcase at the Bethesda showcase. So I'm going to start with you, Kay. Is what we're doing here? Is this a smart move? Because for me, if you don't have anything to show, why show up?
Wait, what? Show up where? I'm sorry.
Good morning. You watched the Bethesda showcase?
What showcase?
The Xbox Bethesda showcase.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wasn't. Wait, wasn't I there with you?
Yeah. So they're gonna bring the games that we seen it from there. They're gonna bring it to Gamescom.
They're gonna bring the exact same show to Gamescom.
Precisely.
That's lazy. or they just don't have anything else to show, which is really sad on their part. But I'm not surprised.
PlayStation already confirmed that they're skipping Gamescom.
Because PlayStation doesn't have to be there. They're their own thing. They're like, they
Yeah,
got a
but
big old
still,
dick and they can whip it out whenever they want to.
would you rather have them, or not PlayStation, but in general, would you rather a company skip or rehash?
I'd rather them skip than just rehash.
Me too.
Because it's like, if they have if they don't have anything new to show, or, anything new to show, then it's just like, why waste our time? You
So
know?
if they came with new footage of such games, would that be tolerable, or still would have better script?
You said like new footage?
I'm
Like,
asking if, like, for example, real talk, I don't know if they're gonna show new stuff or not from the same game, but I'm asking, like, let's say they show the exact same game, just different footage.
that's tough, because it's like, if it's brand new footage, but if it's only like 3 seconds of it, then that's not fucking worth it. That's like, I can wait till, on my own free time, to catch up on YouTube and watch it,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, Morgan?
What was the question?
The question is, Microsoft is going to Gamescom and they bringing with them the exact same lineup that they showcased at the Bethesda and Microsoft showcase. What are your thoughts of that? Would you rather have them gifted or what?
Yeah, I saw their clip or post or whatever that said they were gonna be reiterating what comes out in the next 12 months, and I'm just like, I think y'all covered all the bases of what comes out next 12 months. I don't think you need to go to Gamescom unless you have some secret game that we don't know about, but I highly doubt that because, I mean, if they had something big in the works, they would have shown it at their own showcase. So I honestly think it's just for them to go out here and promote Game Pass once again. They're trying to promote Game Pass wherever they can and keep them subscribers up, keep you know, like I feel like it for me. If I was Xbox, I would be upset that they're once again discussing these games because they went into further detail in their second showcase already after the main showcase. So it's like, what else do you have to say besides Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass? So, yeah, unless they got some big new game that they got, and yeah, they should just skip it.
Maybe they'll give a release date for Starfield.
Yeah, right. After, nah.
April 1st, 2023.
Yo, shut the hell up. Just for people to be upset when that release date doesn't follow through, yeah. Okay. Hell no. That shit ain't coming out till fucking September. I already know. Oh, man.
Oh.
Nate, what's your thought?
It'll be a waste of time. A whole nother waste of show. And so, ain't nothing worth to go see. And it will be 12 months, right? Right?
The Rick, since when did you become an Nate? But continue.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I don't know. To me, I think they're just wasting their time with the news and wasting people's time because we know it's gonna be boring as hell, and nobody wants to see all the other stuff. We just want to see what you're gonna put on the table that's gonna come out early. But they ain't gonna show nothing new. Um, I just want to leave that alone.
Gotcha. Nate, what's your thought?
Yeah, I mean, a reiteration is pretty unnecessary for, what we saw. Clearly, none of that shit's coming out anytime soon, regardless. So, uh, yeah, what are you gonna like increase my
But didn't
appetite for shit I can't play
but
till next
didn't
year?
they already do another showcase after the Potato Showcase and talk the
They did the reiteration technically after the showcase on the following day, which was hilarious,
so what's the
for the record,
point?
because I don't know, to be honest. Like Morgan said, promote more Game Pass, because that show was a Game Pass show. Um, essentially, that's exactly what it was. So, they're just going here to put up Game Pass posters everywhere and encourage people to sign up for $1, and like do what they've been doing this entire time, and let their fan base tell everybody, um, how wonderful it is, and also, they should definitely promote how many Xboxes are in stock, because I walked into GameStop the other day and there was about 3 or 4 Series X's and about 8 or 9 of them damn Series S's in the glass case. So yeah, there's no problem buying them sons of bitches. So yeah, yeah, they should definitely promote how high the stock is. Like, hey, can't get a PS5? Why not try us? So yeah, maybe they're gonna promote that, how wonderfully in stock everything is. But yeah,
Xbox
we'll
has
see.
almost become like just a box for a subscription service.
Repeat that?
Essentially, they are coming out with one that is literally a box that's only for the subscription service, and on top of putting it in TV.
Oh,
Broken
yeah.
game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you guys see the news? I think it was like a month ago or so, where they said that Game Pass was coming to smart TVs now. Like, you don't even need a fucking box; you just need a
Yeah,
smart TV.
but that's
Yep,
only for one specific brand, which is Samsung.
But
for
still,
now. For
yeah,
now,
It
for
it's
now,
still
for now.
Samsung. Maybe when it comes
so
to
they're still coming
LG,
out. They're still coming out with the Xbox. I don't know what they're obviously going to call it.
if
For some
it's
reason, they
coming,
keep calling it a fucking Keystone, but it's like the Xbox Game Pass Fire Stick is essentially what
yeah,
they're coming out with next.
when it comes out to what called to CX, I'm gonna sub to it if I have something interesting to play.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not gonna
LG
buy a
probably be the last
300
to do it,
until I
but yeah,
have,
we'll see.
unless I have built my own PC, which I'm saving for it right now, and then I'm just gonna play it on my PC. But yeah,
No, yeah,
Microsoft moved away from consoles a long time ago.
yeah, it's all about that Game Pass money. What were you saying, Morgan? You were saying something, but I couldn't hear you.
I don't think she stopped. But go ahead, Morgan.
It's pouring down rain, so you probably can't hear me.
You're cutting in and out.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah, I
why.
have
Yeah,
bad
she said
signal.
it's pouring down rain. No, 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 you're good. You're good. I just thought you were saying something because I know we were laughing about the whole Game Pass thing a while back. So I got you.
Okay, so the next subject is. Before that, we need to go to Weep. I'm joking. Go ahead, Weep. What's your opinion?
But what do I care about
I
Microsoft trying to
didn't
get?
forget you. I was just playing with you.
Yeah, I know, but seriously, it's. I mean, Xbox got no games. We know that.
We have Weep.
Yeah, I mean,
Behave.
this is me behaving, dude. I'm being nice. I'm being nice. But them going to Gamescom, I mean, yeah, let them. But mean, it's not going to change anything. If they had something to show for, they've shown at E3. So it's going to be the same old bullshit. Showing maybe some gameplay from some of their other games, but I'm not gonna expect them suddenly to reveal gameplay from games they didn't reveal, like Avowed or Perfect Dark. I'm not expecting anything new from them. They're probably going to go all in on Penitent, right? Because that's their go-to contender. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't care. So let them do what they want to do, but it's not going to change anything. Xbox got a dry year, so let's hope for them that next year is going to deliver. Because right now there is no reason to own an Xbox. Sorry, not sorry.
Gotcha. The next topic is a few games got a release date. Star Ocean got a release date. I think September 9th or something like that. Let me make sure because I want to be fair about it. Star Ocean, The Divine Force. It's coming out October 27. Who is picking this one up? Nate?
Honestly, I think it looks a lot better than I thought it was gonna look. I need to see more because I mean, it's not that I'm not picking it up. It's just a matter of difference between am I gonna get it right then or am I gonna wait for Black Friday? That's a big key factor because anything that comes out in the month prior or in the slight months prior is going to be pretty much guaranteed to be half off. And I'm talking, $29.99 or $24.99. And with the amount of games coming out that we definitely are interested in, it's a hard sell if I'm still drowning in games, which we all know how that works for me, to, put myself, out there with that when I don't need to, when I can spend $150 instead of $300 on games and still get the same amount of games. So yeah, I think honestly for me it's gonna be a Black Friday pickup. I'm already picking up Live a Live and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Um so I mean, and I've got plenty more to play on top of that before I even pick those up. So yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely pick it up. It's just gonna be a Black Friday pickup, and a month later, it's not even a month because it comes out October 27th. So it's literally like 14 days later or something. I'll be picking it up for Black Friday because the sales always
Gotcha.
start super early. So yeah. I mean, it looks a lot better. I mean, I'm probably gonna pick up most of the Square stuff, including the Harvest game or whatever. So yeah, I'm looking
Gotcha.
forward.
Okay.
Yes. What was your question?
Are you picking up Star Ocean?
The what? The ocean?
Star Ocean.
Um, since I don't know about it, probably no.
Okay. Morgan? Zarek?
Um, um, I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about it hard. That would be a good game to pick up. But I may have to wait since other pre-orders will be coming, and so I might just
Gotcha.
wait.
Weeb?
It's not on my radar at the moment, so
Also,
Gotcha.
Morgan says skip. So either way,
Okay.
so which I figured because she hasn't talked about it at all. So,
Okay.
but yeah.
The next one is coming out September. Wait, September. Oh wait, no wait. I have had it. Yeah, September 22 is Valkyria Elysium. And the kicker with this one, if you get the collector edition, it comes with the PSP version of Valkyria Profile number 1. I never played Valkyria Profile, so I'm definitely getting the collector edition. And apparently, you can pick up the game without the collector edition for Valkyria Profile, but it's gonna be more pricey. What's his name? Nate, gotta go back to you. You're interested?
That's another one that honestly, if I do get it, it's gonna be another Black Friday pickup.
Mm.
You already know how I am with the combat in that game. That's my biggest honestly turn off. A lot of looking at the comparisons between a lot of the skills that were updated and how they look in the modern form of the game. Um, they everything, I don't know, it seems like it got turned down. You know, the graphics look really great, but this is part of my problem with stuff going action is potentially this shit kind of stuff happens. So yeah, I'll probably do it, and when I do, it'll be the digital deluxe edition most likely. But again, it's another Black Friday pickup. It's
Gotcha.
not yeah, it's
I
not top tier for
saw.
me.
Okay, I saw Ghost in the Shell. I'm waiting on him to come back. Other than that, Zarek, you picking it up?
I tried to pre-order it yesterday. Um, the GameStop didn't have it on the list yet. So they want me to check back with them next Thursday. Um,
Okay.
uh,
Are you picking up the normal edition or collector edition?
I'm picking up the collector's edition since I have a Valkyrie profile on my phone, but I used to own the PS2 Valkyrie profile too, and so
Mmm.
played a lot of it, and so I haven't beaten it. I was trying to pick it up at a local game store or whatever, and they wanted $60 for part two, and
Yeah.
so I would pass up on that. But I was happy to see this game, and I was like, yeah, this is the game I've been waiting for. I knew they was gonna come out with it. I knew they was gonna somehow come out with that, but I didn't think they was gonna put the first Valkyrie profile with the game. So it makes me like really just all right. I'm gonna go ahead and put some money down since Square is volunteering putting games together. So that's it.
Okay. Okay, I am possibly sure it's a skip. I'm pretty sure it's a skip from you, right? You and Morgan. Then the only one person over is Weep. You picking it up?
Yeah, I think I will.
Nice. Normal or collector edition?
I have to check what's in the collector's edition because yeah, the PSP game I don't have a PSP, so it's not
No, you
giving
don't.
anything.
No. The PSP, it's a remake of the
Oh, the
PSP
remake.
game, but it's coming on the
Ah,
PlayStation 4.
okay. Yeah, then I'll get the definitely.
It was originally a PS1 game, and so
Then they
that's
remastered it on the PSP, and that's what we're getting for the PlayStation 4.
Ah, right.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Collector's edition all the way then.
Okay. A stage. How are you, my dude? I saw it, and it's 85 euro.
it's
So
difficult.
I'm gonna need to look up that website that you gave me where I bought Returnal for 60. I hope I can find that game for 60 as well.
Mm.
What's good, Viper Reap? is okay. Don't worry about it. The next one, which is going to be the final topic, unless someone else has a different topic, because I'm gonna talk about the gaming Twitter industry as a whole. Because before I go to God of War, in case you guys have been living under a rock, another catfish was caught today, this week, and his name is PS BMIS something something. The question is, why can't people be themselves? Like me, I have been friend with most of you, all of you, no, a few, a few of you for for a while now. But beforehand, you were guys, you were just on my Twitter, and we interacted a few times, but never like that. It was until I came to you guys and said I want to create a podcast. Would you like to join? You guys joined, and now look at us. We talk game, we spam each other with information. Well, mostly I do, so sue me. Uh, but hey, that's a price that you guys paid for changing my what's called Twitter group to freaking Auto Slayer. So yeah, uh, it's like first it was what's the person name? We have had so far three different catfish. First it was Sophie, then it was Marlies, and now PSMI. And all three of them, it's a brother acting either unbeknown or unknown to the what's called the sister, or the sister is on it, on it, and she's okay with it. It's like, how are female gamers or lady gamers, are they going to be able to escape this nightmare? Now, everyone needs to be verified, everyone needs to be proven to be who they are, and when you do so, all you're gonna get is you're gonna get harassed. Which is why I understand why most female gamers hide and don't even wanna show themselves like that. So, I'm gonna start with the ladies. Okay, another week, another catfish. What's happening?
I have a confession to make. I'm actually a 50-year-old man.
You're using a voice modifier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
When we are at it, I also have a confession to make. I'm actually an otter.
I believe that. I 100% believe that. I think people do it because they want attention and they want followers. And in this community, even though, numbers are now that they say that within gaming, it's pretty much 50-50 now. But still, women are a minority within the community. Like on Twitter itself, and so maybe they do it for the attention and the follows, and they know that they, they'll gather simps, under them. I mean, other than that, I don't know why they would do that, other than maybe they don't like who they are. Maybe they're insecure and they want to portray themselves as someone that they want to be. But yeah, I mean, the last person that got caught had over 5,000 followers. you know, and that person, like, we were mutuals, but I didn't interact with them a lot. I don't know, because like I always had a feeling that they were fake or something, but they never really said or did anything that I disapproved of. So we stayed, mutuals. And I was even a part of some group chats that this person was in and that they invited me to. But even then, I never really hardly ever interacted with them because it's just something telling me, I was like, this person is fake. But like I said, like there was nothing they said or did that, besides being caught as a catfish, that I disapproved of, or I didn't like them for for who they were, as who they were as they were portraying themselves to be. But when it came out they were catfish, I wasn't surprised either.
I had
Um,
my what called hunch about him. Suspicion was that one. Cause after Sophie caught me off guard. Marlies, I never interacted with that person, but with PSMI, I had my suspicion. But continue.
what I don't like is these catfishes making it to where it makes it harder for other women in the community, like Morgan and me, and like, other women. It just feels like, I mean, we don't have to prove who we are, but it also makes it like, it just kind of just puts some pressure on women of it, in itself, to where it's like it makes people question and doubt now whether a woman who comes in the gaming community is actually who they say they are. And not just that, but it also makes me have reservations when I see other women as well, where I'm like, okay, are they a catfish or not? Like I can't trust them either, as being a female myself.
Gotcha. Weep.
My thoughts about catfish.
Yep.
And yeah, like I said, I kind of suspected that, but you're not gonna say anything at the moment because, well, A, I don't fucking care, and B, if that's what you do, as long as you don't bother anybody, and you're not gonna because you know what's gonna happen if you try to accuse somebody, they're gonna try to cancel you because, oh, you're harassing women, that kind of thing. But I mean, like I said, I suspected that, but so it doesn't come as a total surprise. I suspect we're going to see a lot more. Morgan, right?
Yeah, it's like anyone new, you can't trust them at all. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
and then especially if like they don't go on spaces or talk in podcasts like Morgan and I do, then it's like you almost want them to, like, okay, let's hear you on mic then. And to me, that's not a good place to be.
Yeah, again, look, they said that there were things you can do, but I definitely see your point that this isn't helping, right? Especially
Right.
if these accounts are pretty, console warish, so they're tweeting these far. I mean, look, I don't mind participating in a console war now and then, but I don't take it seriously, and I don't take it too far. And these
Right.
people, dude, we know of a certain somebody who hasn't been exposed yet, but considering the pattern here and considering that I have a suspicion and I was right 2 times already, I'm pretty sure that person is going to be exposed pretty soon as well. But I mean, if your entire account is based on console war and you're pretending to be a different gender, pretending to be a woman, yeah, definitely that's not going to help, because that's going to you will probably, like people like Morgan and Kay will probably suffer from that, getting harassed by people because they get riled up by these catfish, basically. On the other hand, it's of course always amusing that the Xbots who are screaming loudest that, oh look, the ponies are toxic because they have so many catfish, and how do they fall for that, are the same ones who will within 5 minutes screenshots of tweets or DMs will show up where are essentially falling for it hard, and even subscribing to their OnlyFans and that kind of thing. So my advice to them would be, you would probably should be cautious there and tread lightly, because very likely somebody has some receipts on your end, and you will probably be on the receiving end of that pretty soon when the catfish on your side is getting exposed. But yeah, in general, it's a dumb thing to do. I don't look. Yeah, I get the attention thing. That's the reason why they're doing it. But I don't understand why. Why can't you be yourself? Why do you do that to yourself, to your followers, to women in general? I don't know if they're sisters. Because as Omar said, generally it's their sister who is essentially the template for their profile. I don't know how far they consented to that, because if they haven't, it's a pretty shitty thing to do. And if they have, again, I don't really understand why you would, because I mean, you know how this goes. I mean, people will associate you, even if you at some point try to have a legitimate Twitter account, or somebody's going to maybe try to dox you or something like that, just because your image or your picture is used as a profile pic for some fanboy. So yeah, it's a dumb situation all in all. People should stop doing that, and people should be more cautious, because it very often is pretty easy to tell.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be to where we have to, like,
Lady,
the
you
real
already
women have
spoke.
to
You
prove
don't get a second
that
chance.
they are
Go ahead,
women.
continue. Sorry for cutting you off. Start again. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be where women have to prove they are women. Like, I mean, Luca
I'm
this
sorry,
year
we already
alone
passed that point.
she has done like 2 different selfies saying, "Yo, this is me." You know, I don't want to have to be like, "Hey, here's a video of me. Like, this is really me." And like, I know I've said in the past before that I was a truck
No,
driver. So I'm like, "Hey,
I
yo, here's a raw video of me in front of my fucking semi truck." I'm a fucking woman. If you want further proofs, here's my fucking vagina. I just don't want to.
I'm going to actually stop you for that, because Marlies actually did a video of herself. What's her name? Sophie had a video of herself. Both Sophie and Marlies and the third one, they are all real ladies. Just they are not who they are. They are all being used by the what's called by the brothers. So even a video is not gonna solve it. Like, there's literally a video on of Marlies writing her name next to the PS5 and showing people that that's her with the PS5.
Yeah, but they're like when I say it's easy to tell, there are telltale signs there. I mean, all these accounts have something in common. I mean, and yes, sure, Kay and Morgan also occasionally partake in the console war, but you can tell that they're real people, or okay, these catchphrases are real people too, but they're not who they say they are. And you can kind of tell that. I mean, I'm sure, maybe a bit biased because I know you two, from these podcasts and from Spaces. So, when I see you tweet, I hear your voice in my head, right?
Yeah.
But still, I can, from how you write your tweets, you can sort of tell that, yeah, this is a real person. This is somebody genuine. They're saying they're who they say they are, and that's you never have that with these catfish accounts. There's always something about that feels like, oh yeah, this is somebody who's trying to hide who they are, trying to pretend they're somebody else, trying to capitalize on them pretending to be a woman in this case, and riding that, guess that popularity, that's what they were after, clouds that they're chasing. But yeah, I mean, and this is also said that the kind of point is that, yes, of course, when you know it, call it out. But there's also why I'm not actively going to pursue it. Like, I'm not actively going to call out somebody that has not been exposed yet, or admitted to it yet. Oh, you're a catfish, because like I don't want to be that guy that's gonna ask every woman to prove, oh, are you who you say you are? Nobody has to do that. Just because some people are abusing, Twitter, or abusing the system for clout. Nobody should have to do that. There's also never question somebody's, gender or race or whatever, right? You shouldn't do that. But yeah, I mean, when somebody has been exposed, sure, you can criticize that, you can call it out, and yes, certainly you can question whether that, or state that that's harmful. But in the end, don't go around and start harassing, random women or persons of color or whatever, and question their legitimate. Sorry, I have to have a drink. So when
Morgan,
yeah, I have a very, very dry mouth right now. So no, I want to say, don't question their gender, race, just because there are a few, rotten apples, or few people who are they're ruining it for everybody. So be cautious, and just be a decent human being, I'd say. And yes, of course, there are signs. Be aware of those. But when you do suspect it, don't go around and try to challenge people on that. Just wait and see, or be be cautious. Don't be the idiot who's gonna ask for somebody's OnlyFans when they're in bad.
Yeah, intuition and gut feeling goes a long way. And it's because of those two things is why I didn't even follow Marley. Because, like, I saw what she was saying, and I'm like, one, yeah, that's funny. And two, I agree with that shit. But then I was like, my intuition and gut feeling was like, no. For some
There's
reason.
something off. I was like,
Yes.
like, she followed me, and I was just like, I just don't know. There's something off about her. Like, I thought the stuff she was saying was funny, but I was just like, I don't know. It's just something really, like, I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it. What was wrong? I was just, let me just stand back and just watch.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Things like eating at you to where you're like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to follow this person. I don't know why, but they're telling me not to. And I didn't follow her. And then it came out she was a catfish, and I was like, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, like, look, it's no
okay.
in this
Morgan,
community.
go ahead.
Okay. It's no secret, especially like in the gaming community, that you can rise quicker if you are a woman that people deem attractive, and you are also cosplaying. Like that's not a secret. And people like to use that as a way to gain clout and gain followers and gain attention because I guess they feel like they themselves are too boring or are not cool enough or don't have anything necessarily to say that would garner any type of following or attention or whatever. And it's honestly sad because I'm just like, you got that much of like low self-esteem that you have to like pretend to be an entirely different person to get attention. That's weird and that's kind of sad. I think those people need therapy, like because that's some mental health stuff that they need to deal with. But yeah, like what Kay said, it's just like it sucks because it's just like as soon as stuff like that happens, like the backlash always comes to like the rest of the women gamers in the community. Like I've just had people tell me all the time, like, Morgan, we need proof. We need proof. We need proof. Like you got to show your face. Yada yada yada. Like most of these dudes on here haven't even shown like a pinky toe, but then they want me to like put out a video and like DNA analysis to make sure that I'm a woman. And I'm just like, look,
Right.
you can believe, like I've been on multiple podcasts and spaces at this point. You can believe what you want. Like I'm not about to go through hoops and shit just because, y'all been tricked and, got scammed out of your money by people who are pretending to be women.
Oh,
Right?
You sign up
that's
for
the
their
real
fucking
problem. Now we brought
OnlyFans.
up the
Yeah.
real thing.
That's what it
People
is.
out here
Like,
giving out they fucking money and mad
right.
about it.
You gonna get mad at me because you signed up for Marlise's
This
OnlyFans.
is
Like,
also
don't
there is
take that out on me.
this is also maybe there's also double standard. Like for example, Andrea, I bet you money she is a catfish.
Oh man.
That's catfish. Hold
I'm
on,
not
that's
gonna
catfish. That's
sugarcoat it.
catfish
Come
right
on.
there.
Oh, that's the original. That's the original right there.
Oh
Yep.
man. Don't do that.
But Morgan, what your gut feeling telling you?
Listen. Listen.
Huh?
I ain't about to slander somebody right now. I don't have any proof. All
You,
right.
you
I'm
ain't
gonna
got you. I
say
got you. I got you.
But
Hold on, I got you.
but
So
hold
yeah.
on. Are you
So
not the
when you
one
go
who
out of
said
your way, when you go out of your way to hide your face and hide everything about you, but trying to show some dumb shit like you have long hair or whatever in a fucking thing and you hold your Xbox, get the fuck out of here. You know, like I know dudes with that exact profile, if they would stand there and hold an Xbox and them niggas got long hair and look just like that with a mask on. I'm sorry. Like, no. Like it's very obvious the account is portrayed in the exact same way we're all discussing right now. It's all targeted towards
yeah.
this bullshit, overzealous console war nonsense. That's all the account ever tweets. Period. Period. That account has said nothing normal since day one. Like that's all it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
It's like a designed entity. Like, and that's
I'm
what
just
we're talking
surprised
about.
that
You know.
she hasn't like been on a guest on a podcast or a space or anything like that. Like I'm kind of surprised by that now. I would expect her to be, using this platform to get like gains on like YouTube or Twitch or something, but you know, nothing yet. But I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna sit back and wait. I'm just gonna watch.
You know
Man,
what's
Oh
sad
yeah.
Oh,
is
but
when you see a female come in and she's like, "Hey, I'm new to the gaming community. My name is blah blah blah, and I like these types of games. I'm looking for mutuals and friends so I can talk about these games." And when you see
mhm.
those type of people pop up, you're like, I don't know. And like, then you don't even want to interact with them because you don't know if they're a
Yeah,
catfish or not.
it's sad. I know I've been inherently like the same. Like as soon as I see a woman game, I'm automatically like just second guessing, and I'm like, damn, I gotta stop that because it's not fair. Like
And then
this
like,
person hasn't done anything yet. Like
right.
like it's sad. Like I feel
But
bad like for a lot of the women gamers in here.
yeah, then you
I
almost
feel
want to
bad
start placing
because
bets. You want to start placing bets like, oh, what are they going to start, advertising their OnlyFans?
Yo, as I'm saying, like as soon as I see like the monetary shit come up, I'm like, okay. Like as soon as Marlies showed her OnlyFans, I was like, okay, this is it. This is it. This is the reason they
listen,
came here. Okay, money. All right. Yeah, I knew it was only downhill from there. I was like, yep. And these dudes are gonna subscribe. I'm just like, y'all, porn is free. Y'all, why y'all doing this?
Well,
Stop.
yeah, just now, what's called? An Xbox dude got caught subscribing to her OnlyFans. That,
Listen,
uh,
we did look, people down bad right now. It's okay. You
legendary,
know,
legendary. You would never find me doing something like that because I don't need to.
Nope.
I'm gonna say you got it like that.
No, I
Is
really
that
don't
about
need
you?
to.
Oh, it's
Right.
just, oh
It's called
man, like
common.
it's gonna be somebody else. We're gonna get
It,
somebody else in 2 weeks. It's
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 called
it's it's
common
never
sense.
ending.
It's called common sense.
Jesus, I just can't. It's like it makes me regret putting my like leaving my profile picture up. Like I feel like I should have just came in the community with like an anime picture and just called it a day.
Mm,
Like I feel like I
you,
should just put an anime and not reveal my gender whatsoever. Just an anime pic and called and just been in the game community and been console warring that way. Then I would have never like none of this shit would ever like pointed my way. I don't know.
we're too well
It's
known though.
But to be honest,
no,
that's why
not too much.
I changed my profile picture to my fucking dog because I
Yeah.
got tired
See, that was
of
genius. That was
people
genius,
saying,
Kay.
"Oh,
See,
yeah." I got tired of people telling me, "Oh, people only following you because you're a female."
yeah,
You
that shit
know.
gets annoying.
These are
And I was like,
the
"Well, okay then, fuck, I'll change it to a fucking dog." And you know
these
what?
are the
People
Yeah,
kind
still
of
then,
fucking
people.
then
follow me.
you got more followers as a dog too. So it's like, so I guess it's untrue. So it's like, well, I guess it's because she has decent things to say. People just actually like to hear Kay's perspective. Weird.
Yeah. Like I've actually accrued quite a bit of people that I talk to, regularly, reply to their comments and they reply to my shit, and we're all friends, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a dog on Twitter right now.
Exactly. That's all right. I'm about to change it. Don't worry about it.
Yo, we have Cyber Dragon. What's up, dude? Also, Fuckface, Gaming Disparity, Stop Man. At the stage going in.
Okay, I made your pick my banner, by the way.
Yes.
I so I don't think I ever
I
told this
saw that. I
story.
love it.
Nice.
I don't think I ever told the story on air. I was accused by fucking JTech for being an Xbox. Why? Nah.
What?
Listen to the. I still have that conversation on my fucking Discord.
I thought you were going to say you were a catfish.
No,
I,
I was
I was like, wait,
accused
hold
for
up.
being an Xbox. Why? Guess one reason why.
Um, say you didn't like something or you didn't care about something
No, I
that
actually
PlayStation
gave
did.
him a like on one of his tweets.
To be fair, I suspect JTAG is actually an undercover Xbot to make PlayStation look bad.
But
Oh
why?
man.
Because I didn't have a PlayStation banner on my Twitter
Oh
account.
yeah, he be like that.
Huh?
He's
I
insane.
I will DM you in what's called
Wow.
the Discord conversation. You like he wanted to control my way of doing things so he can unblock me.
Oh man. I mean, he had me blocked for a year and then he recently unblocked me. I don't know why, but I mean, he can
No,
block
he
me again.
didn't.
It's all
He
good.
didn't unblock you. We have a different
That
account.
that
Oh,
dude
he has a
that
burner.
blocks and
Okay.
unblocks him 10 times. He's
Oh my.
he's insane. I blocked him after it was revealed that he was a fucking sex pest. And I was done with him at that point. I mean,
Yeah, I blocked him
don't think I was done
after.
with him before. He's fucking weird. Sorry.
Yeah,
If you listen to JTech, you're fucking weird. Nobody is that obsessed with gaming like that. And dude, don't fucking send your dick pic to women just because I mean, dude claims he has a girlfriend. Why the fuck are you sending dick pics to random women on Twitter?
That's old
Oh
information
man.
though. It's not.
Oh, it's all information. He's not sending dick pics to men.
no,
What?
Oh
he
my
did.
goodness.
No. Correct. That's not the wrong information. He did send a dick pic to what's her name, Jade.
but that was a
Yeah.
long time
He
ago
said
though.
old information, not wrong
Oh,
information.
old. So just because it's old, does it make it not real? Nor does it
No, no,
make it not
no, no,
No, but,
less
no.
horrible.
Let Reg continue. Reg, has he done anything worse in the meantime? Then.
no, not to my knowledge. No, he's
Well,
been talking about gaming. He's been talking about gaming a lot and doing his thing. But these are old information about somebody that done this long time ago. Yeah, we can forgive
Yeah,
people like
but
we can.
it's not gonna undo what he's done, and it's not
No,
gonna mean that he's changed. Just, I mean, if you get caught doing that shit, and you stop doing that shit because you notice that people will cancel you if you do it, it doesn't mean you've changed. You've just he probably changed his MO. So I don't trust him for a second. And the dude has never ever acknowledged that what he did was wrong. So, and he's a fucking weirdo. I'm sorry to say that. He's a fucking weirdo. So you cannot trust him to do anything right at this point. So I mean, he is done. I'm not going to associate myself with him, and anybody wants to can do that. I mean, everybody is a in this group is an adult, and everybody can make their own choices. But I'm not gonna touch that dude with a 10-foot pole. Sorry.
well, I'm cool. I haven't really known him like that in person, but for what for what I was I've been hearing about that for years. Let me put it like this. I put it like this. I heard that for years, but these past years, knowing the guy, man, he's always been cool to me. I mean, he's always been talking about gaming. That's all he talking about, and he
no,
have his fact.
wait, hold
Hmm?
on a second. Viper Reap. I used to be a fan of his channel. I used to enjoy his content because he was speaking the truth. But when I found out about, and for me, it was even before sending news. And I'm not against shooting your shot. That's all okay to do so. Do your thing. But don't send something without consent. That should be common sense. Don't do something that you would not want someone to do toward your own family. Period.
Yeah, because but I think that girl I think that girl played him. That's what I think what happened. I think she played him because I don't believe her side of the story. I just don't believe it.
I
Cyber,
mean,
I don't
cyber.
I'm gonna keep it real.
I
I'm gonna be real.
if
I don't even care because we're not even talking about this fuck nigga like every other space. So we're not
fair
even
point.
going there. And I gotta
Fair
go in a
point.
Yeah.
second. So let me just say what I was gonna say real quick because everybody's back at the house, so I don't have all this time. So anyway, obviously we know why everybody's mad. All these idiots was out there giving gifts, sending stuff, buying these fake girls, stuff off their wish list, sending them money, subscribing to their OnlyFans, whatever else weird shit they were doing. This is why they're mad. This is why I don't care. This is why it's completely irrelevant to me. And I don't care what these people were about because I followed both of those people and I don't care. I never followed the Sophie person. I thought that person was really freaking weird and like extraordinarily overzealous. I followed Marlies because I thought she was funny. The account itself, I don't care who it was. I thought the person was funny. That's why I followed it. And Samurai said some alright stuff about PlayStation, said some informative stuff. That was it. This person being a girl or a guy or Nigerian, just whatever. It doesn't matter. It's literally irrelevant to me because anything I interacted with them about had nothing to do with that. So yeah, do I care? No. It bothered them enough to deactivate their accounts? Cool. I don't care. I didn't interact with them like that. They're not close to me like that. I only care in regards to the people that are close to me like that. So obviously if anybody, yeah, see, they're here. But but yeah,
Before you,
exactly. But yeah, what's up?
you need to leave, right?
Yeah, I gotta, yeah, because I mean they're gonna be like yelling in the background.
Yeah,
Like
before you leave,
when I
one
say
last
the whole
thing.
family, yeah,
Which
yeah.
uh, which version of God of War are you getting?
I mean, to be honest, it really depends on the price. I talked to Morgan about this the other day. And if it's like another $350 kind of thing, like if it's as expensive as the God of War thing, then
You mean as the Regalia
or
edition?
not God of War, but the Horizon
Yeah, it's
Forbidden West
gonna be.
thing, then
It's
hell
gonna
no.
be.
Yeah, then it's a hell no. Then it'll
Okay.
be like digital deluxe edition, and I don't care because it's just too expensive. And honestly, I feel like it looks like a toy.
Oh,
To me, honestly, the hammer. I mean, I saw them hold it and stuff, but it just looks like a toy. Um, it doesn't look like the craftsmanship that I believe is worth that price if they're going that high. So yeah, I'm gonna let all the people that are balling out the gym go ham. But yeah, we'll see. Um,
gotcha. See you next week.
yeah,
Have fun and happy
yep,
birthday.
yeah. Thank you.
Mm, okay, what about you? Which version are you getting of God of War?
Which version?
Hmm?
Um, I'm probably just gonna go with the digital deluxe, unless I go with the physical. But right now, I'm thinking digital deluxe.
God
Morgan?
dang.
I don't ever get collector's editions just because my apartment I do not have space to collect collector's editions. But yeah, if anything, I hope they have like a physical with a steelbook, special edition because that's what I'll get.
Mm-hmm. Is that Rick?
Man, look, I'm trying to go for that collector's edition. Homeboy. Trying to collect all those things, bro. But yeah, I'm aiming for the collector's edition. Mm. You.
Weeb?
Oh, I'm gonna get the Jotnar edition. So yes, I want everything. I'm just gonna go balls to the wall and get the super deluxe collector's edition. Yeah. So with everything on it, the vinyl soundtrack, the hammer, the dice, you know, I'm
And the
gonna go
ring.
all, and the ring, of course. I mean, I have to wear that ring, dude.
As for me, Ghost Pass it is. Narito, I am. This is the first game that I. Well, next to Forbidden West, that I really want the collector edition. But knowing me, I'm just gonna settle down with whatever I can get, basically. Mm. And talk about God of War, it finally got a release date.
Yes.
Let's go.
11.
Told you we said next week when we get one.
Ragnarok is coming.
I
Hey,
said,
you know,
well,
you,
basically,
you,
I called it that we're gonna get a release date this week, but I was not expecting it for them to dropping it like that without a showcase. That surprised me. Not gonna lie.
I dropped it in the group chat like in June that it would be
Yeah, you did.
11/11. I did.
I said it. I want for it to be 11/11, and they could have easily went with 11/11. Do you think Sony is too nice?
No.
Morgan, you're a robot.
Sony did. Sony didn't want to be petty.
Morgan, you're a robot. Try again.
My bad.
See, she's a captain.
No,
She's
you're
actually a
good now.
robot.
The boss is trying to
So,
cancel me right now.
what do you want to say?
Huh? I
No,
just
I
said
said I
she's a
think
captain.
Sony didn't want to be petty with the 11/11 day, even though I wanted them to be petty.
Oh, you turned into a robot. Take your time. We're gonna get back to you later. Weeb,
Oh man.
no 11/11. What's your thought?
I mean, I know you want it to be 11
I
11, but
wanted it to be 11/11. PlayStation, where the fuck is your pettiness?
I
Did
know,
you
but
forget? Did you
dude,
forget?
dude,
This is how you share game.
yeah, I know, no, but look, I'm not going to complain. I'm getting the game 2 days earlier than 11 11. But yeah,
True.
you can also
True.
look at it this way, right? It's maybe the ultimate pettiness to release it 2 days earlier than what's it called? No Man's Sky DLC,
No.
right? And they're gonna release. I mean that's like we don't give a
Absurd.
shit about your game. Simultaneously just telling them we don't give a shit about you, Xbox. And okay, but look, we're going to release the game in November, but we're going to release it 2 days earlier than your game would have released. I mean that's petty enough for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Lady.
I mean, my Magic 8 Ball would have been 100% fucking correct if they had released it, if they were going to release it on 11/11.
I called it,
But
they
2
taken a
days
spot.
prior, I feel like that's close enough. I still consider it a W. You know, I'm just saying, hey, at the last minute they decided to put it on Odin Day rather than 11/11. I was only 2 days away. I mean, I'm not going to complain either. They're going to release it, before Friday. And I want to say that my Magic 8 Ball has a better track record than some supposed insiders.
Rek?
It didn't matter to me what the date was gonna fall on. I was prepared for that anyway. It doesn't matter to me. That is it. That's going.
Chat, would you guys have wanted it to be 11/11? Because I would. I did. And to me, this PlayStation wants to be less petty and more petty exclusive wise when it comes to deals. But they don't want to be petty in public. I don't
Listen,
see. This is I don't see Herman Holt and Jim Ryan going the petty route. They are too formal for that.
yeah, they're not worried about that. They've already stomped Xbox enough in the ground. They don't really need to at this point because at that point it would just be like just a demolishing. So they're just like, we've already done enough. Let's go easy on them. But it's just like I'm just happy now because all the haters and the doubters who just knew that this game was going to be delayed to 2023, and you guys aren't getting it, and they haven't put a release date. It's not happening. Yada yada yada. Yeah, all those doubters just shut the fuck up now because we got a fucking release date. All right. All right. I kept telling people just wait, just be patient. But people are so fucking impatient these days. They just can't. Why can't we get the date now? What's going on? Is it problems in the studio? Like what? I'm like, y'all, just chill. They're gonna tell us when it's ready.
Yeah, I
And they
knew it
did.
was coming out this year. I knew it
Facts.
was.
Me too.
And
I was
people
like,
were
y'all gotta
saying,
wait.
I'm gonna stop every single one.
no,
Nah,
shut
I'm
up.
gonna
Shut up. The
stop
women are still talking.
every.
The women are still talking. The women are still talking.
Hey, she's
Um, yeah.
leaving.
So
Oh,
a lot of people were actually projecting it to be like in fucking September, but something
Yeah.
told me, I was like, nah, it's gonna be fucking November. And then that's when I came out and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be in November. So
okay.
fuck
So,
y'all.
real talk though. Be honest. Honest. Okay. Did you have any shred of doubt that it's gonna come out this year?
Oh no, it's coming out this year. It fucking is.
No, before the reveal, the date reveal, did you had any shred of doubt that it's gonna come out this year?
You know what? I think there was a little part of me that said to myself, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't come out until February of next year. Cause was like how like Horizon was. Cause Horizon was originally set for I think they said like December of last year, and then it got pushed to February. So there was a part of me that was like, well, maybe it might be February next year. but ultimately it was like, no, it's going to have to come out this year. So
So, Morgan, how is your internet connection?
Is the sound okay?
We have a bit of try. What what's your thought on 1111? Not 1111.
11:9. Um,
Kirby?
it's good to me. I'm just happy to get a fucking release date. I am ecstatic. I can't wait to play. Uh, and I knew the date was coming. Like I said, all the people who were doubting it, who were saying, "Oh, it's not coming out three." Like, no, just wait. Like, as soon as Corey came back on Twitter, that was confirmation enough that the game was coming out because Corey trolls hard right before any information that God of War did the same thing in 2018. That's what he does. So as soon as he came back on Twitter, I was like, okay, God of War coming out in 2022. Like I already knew. That's he likes to tease. It's like Kojima. He likes to tease and poke and troll right before the release of a game. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. We got plenty of games. You're a PlayStation owner. We got plenty of games to play this year. So I couldn't be happier.
Okay. Did you have any doubt that it was coming out this year?
No, I said no. As soon as Corey came back on Twitter, I knew it was coming out this year.
Okay. Now, Weep?
If I had any doubt,
Yeah?
no. They said it was going to release in this year, so it was going to release this year. So yeah, I had no
Okay.
doubt.
No. Did you had before the date? Did you have any doubt? Did you had any doubt that they might not
No.
really? Okay. Zarek? Okay. For me,
Well,
I didn't. So here's the thing. With you're here, Zarek?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did you had any doubt that they're gonna release it this year?
A little bit. I thought it was gonna. They probably gonna push it back because it felt like it was taking too long. Just push it back or
Mm-hmm.
something if they have to. But uh, I guess I was wrong. But that's good that it's coming out.
Yeah. So I had doubt. Here's why. Forspoken exists, and also the Last of Us One remake is coming out. Sorry.
you're
So
such a pessimist.
I mean, I just don't trust companies on the world anymore. I'm sorry.
Listen, a
Uh,
Ghost and F2 came
no,
out
it's
around the
like
same.
delays.
Never know.
It's not delays are not in their hands.
I mean, they say they're polishing it now, and it's July. So I would think that it will come out this year.
This was before the kind of the what's called the the release date that was announced.
It's a classic case of the podcast versus Omar.
Okay, so let me ask you this then.
When have you
Any
won? When have you won a match against us? None.
so many times. I forgot the count. So many times I did. Stop it. Okay,
I
so
think
recap.
you
I'm
might have had
gonna be.
one win,
I have
and
had. I
that's
have a
it.
lot of wins. I have a lot of wins. Do I need to remind you guys that I called that Street Fighter is gonna be there, and Resident Evil is gonna be
Yeah,
there.
that was the one win. Other than that,
No,
you
I
won.
have had many wins.
No, that
Not
was the one win. Was the that?
He just
Yeah,
won't
that
let
was the
that
one
go.
win.
He refuses to let that go. I love it.
I mean, you get one win and you think you're fucking king.
He won't let us live that down.
No. Hold up. Viper Reap. One, I don't care about JTAG. And two, crucify me for what? Because of my opinion? I'm like, dude, delays happen. It's normal. I would, in fact, would rather Days Gone was delayed before releasing it the way they did. I have absolutely no issue with delays. As a matter of fact, I would rather them do it than release an unfinished game. And in case that if you don't know, God of War was supposed to be 3 games, but they made it
Okay,
2,
but
and
the,
apparently
the
the second
only
one.
difference, the difference is though, is that with those games, we didn't know where they were in the process of making the game. Right now, they came out and said they're polishing, and it's
They just
July.
did, right?
So it's July, and we know that
but-
games are plagued with fucking patches.
But
So if they're in the polishing stage,
listen
they
to
should
me.
be done by the end of the year, and it's going to patch everything else.
Okay, this conversation was before the news that we got this week. I'm talking about before we got the release date. I didn't. I expected it to
Corey,
be delayed.
remember Corey came out on Twitter. Remember he made that video.
I remember Corey coming out on Twitter.
Yeah,
and he said they were at the
this
third quarter.
out.
They were polishing.
After he came out, that's when I started to become more relaxed. But beforehand, and also remember, we have yet to see how the game is aside from the reveal trailer and a second trailer. But other than that, they have yet to show us a breakdown. But it seems to me that the game is
we've been forgetting. I swear, as PlayStation fans, we forget how PlayStation works. So, they don't show a state of play until like a month before the game drops. They do this every time.
No.
Every time they do
lady, did you?
I'm gonna prepare the pro for you.
Did you forget how Forbidden West got revealed?
Forbidden West got delayed though. They didn't know whether it was coming out this year or not. Remember? Before they did.
No. Listen. So they said that Horizon was slated for like December of last year, but then they were like, to avoid crunch, they delayed it to February.
Yeah. Okay.
Fine. So I am preparing your crow. Morgan and I are rotisserie styling your crow for you to make it a little bit better for you to eat.
But when did they first showcase the gameplay for Forbidden West? Do we know?
Was that like in June, I think? Or was it later than June?
So, kinda what we're supposed to get with God of War then.
But it's also a different studio. It's also a different studio.
When did they show Miles?
I need to remind you. 1 second.
When did they show Ratchet and Clank State of Play? When did they show Returnal State of Play? It was all like 2 months before the game came out.
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima too. They showed that pretty late.
1 second. Morgan and Kay. This game got delayed. This game was supposed to be released a year ago, but because of Chris Judge.
What's your point?
God of War got delayed.
So, what's the point? What's your point?
So they have yet to show us gameplay. Why are
they showed us
so
gameplay already?
With the game? I'm talking a breakdown. What's new? What's different?
Oh my goodness! We're gonna get one, Omar. I don't know why you're doing this, because when we get one, you're gonna be quiet. Like, how many times do we have to do this with you, Omar? Where you get real fearful and real doubtful, and then we like, no, Omar, no, and you're like, but what about this? And then something happens and it proves us right, and you're like, okay, I guess, yeah, okay. You do this every single time. They're gonna show us.
Getting to him. That's what it is.
the hype for this game is one of the biggest that they've had since Last of Us 2. You honestly believe that they're not going to show a state of play? Like, come on, Omar.
State of play next week. Hopefully, I was expecting it this week, but
Next
we didn't
week,
get it. Yeah, I'm
you
expecting
really
an
want to see a state
announcement
of
next
play
week.
for a game that's not coming out until November? You want to see a state of play this early?
Wait, when do state of plays usually come out? Are they on a Thursday?
I'm
Hold on a second.
Yep, Thursday.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a prediction: July the 28th.
Oh man.
Okay.
They'll do it. They might do a state of play.
Oh man. They usually do state of plays when they want to gear the marketing up for the game. Usually like a month or two beforehand.
Okay, so what's called Thursday, May 27, when the state of play was first showcased for Forbidden West.
Yeah, so I'm predicting July 28th.
Oh man.
Okay, so here's the thing. I would rather be pessimistic than be optimistic and get fucked. Like
Omar, when has a first party Sony game disappointed you? Look, the fact that you gotta sit there and think lets you know the answer to that. And yet you're always pessimistic.
Hey!
They have yet to disappoint you. Yet you always pessimistic.
No.
How many?
COVID did fuck up a lot of delays.
Who?
COVID.
Oh yeah,
Up a lot of delays.
Of course, delays. I'm just talking about the finished product. When has the finished product ever disappointed you to the point where it was just like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be?
For PlayStation only, I don't.
Yeah, for PlayStation. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Remember with that one? No.
That's why I'm like, why are you always so pessimistic? When has PlayStation disappointed you?
Frames gone. Frames gone.
No, wait. Because because Xbox management exists. They can
look. We know PlayStation ain't Xbox. Don't do that. Don't dirty solely their name by trying to put them in the same category. You don't do that. Because one box don't have shit this year. The other box is giving us a smorgasbord full of games. Don't disrespect PlayStation like that.
Preach. We get
the other box over there. The other box over there got Peppa Pig to look forward to. That's their big game of the year. All right.
That's game of the year.
All right. Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig, let's go.
let me ask you this then. Before Bethesda came out with the delay for Starfield and Redfall, did you guys believe that this game will coming out this year, yes or no?
I did, yeah.
I didn't. I knew both were going to get delayed.
I thought Redfall was, but I didn't think Starfield was.
Because for both, we had zero update, we had zero gameplay. This is why I treated God of War the same exact thing.
Nah, God of War got way more gameplay than Starfield. Don't do that.
It's hard to argue when Corey motherfucking Barlog himself comes the fuck out and says it's coming out this year, bitch.
Yeah, facts. You've been telling everybody, like people all up under his mentions talking about it's getting delayed. He talking about no. It's not. Corey said he got time for y'all bitches today. He got time. He said, I'm sick of the slander.
I died. You win.
Corey said he's sick of the fucking slander. He had to come out and just let people know, like, y'all gonna shut the fuck up. This game's coming out. Like, relax.
Any idea why didn't they announce it last week?
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
You think because of the snitch or because of Pro?
Maybe, I don't know, because everybody said it was supposed to be announced the 30th or whatever, but 29th, something like that. But it didn't. Maybe because of the Rose situation. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Most definitely because of the Rose situation. I think they had other shit to do first making sure that their entire staff was that they sorted out everything with the situation before anything else. So most definitely, I can't imagine them just because of the snitch, they're gonna postpone an entire state of play or that's bullshit.
The
Even if
decision
the snitch was
affected
doing
like
something like watching unlisted YouTube vids, unreleased YouTube vids,
If he's what?
if he was watching unreleased YouTube videos,
Yeah, so what?
that's a that's a
Can
breach
we
of contract.
can we talk a second about how fucking ridiculous it was that Roberto Serrano came out and was saying,
Oh
"Yeah,
yeah, he got
I
destroyed.
advise Corey that we release November." I
Oh,
was
when
like,
I'm
he
done with
said,
that man.
oh, when he said
Jesus.
he had a conversation with Borlag and convinced him, I fucking died.
I was like, bro, delete that. Please delete your Twitter. Stop it.
Oh my god. In, in case chat doesn't know what we're talking about, okay, the honor is yours.
Talk about catfishing, by the way. He's catfishing as a
Facts.
journalist.
"Yeah,
Wait,
honestly, he's the
Kay,
worst."
Kay, explain what
Yeah.
happened, cause that shit is legendary.
I was like, did he really think people would believe him? Like if because like he was like almost being more subtle, was saying, "Oh, this information's gonna come out here and there," like, "Oh, well, PlayStation changed their mind," but then he just comes out full fucking force saying, "Yeah, I personally advised Corey. Like, I told him, hey, bro, you really need to release in fucking November." And then Corey was like, "Oh, dude, you're fucking right. We should." Like, really?
Yo, I swear, delusional is a disease. They should make it one, cause that's what most people are. Holy shit. Um, I wanted to make what if, but you guys gonna crucify me for it. But I genuinely want to. I'm curious. What if God of War gets delayed?
I say, watch.
Then what?
I was trying to expose that.
Hey Rex, you are far away, so I can't hear you well.
Yeah. What's going on?
Now I hear you better. Go ahead. So what if God of War gets delayed?
If it gets
What
delayed, then they'll be giving me more time to put some money on my pre-order.
Okay, but I'm like, how would the internet perceive it?
Say what again?
How would the community perceive it?
It depends. If are they gonna be wise or they'll be idiotic? That's the two things that they. But I think they should be wise and just okay. We can wait. Y'all doing some bugs fixes and stuff. Well, we could just wait. That's all. That's how I think the community should do. Or
I
if they're gonna
believe
do it.
they're gonna be crucified the way that Starfield was, and Redfall. No, Redfall not much, but Starfield was. I'm gonna you to go to UK. No. You're gonna go last. Weep.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Because I want to give you the most time. You're welcome.
It's because I'm Native American, isn't it? You're racist.
Racist.
You're racist against indigenous people. I see you.
Wait, if I'm
I see
racist.
you.
No, but wait a second. If I'm racist, would I not be way more racist toward Morgan? Okay. Okay. Weep. Go ahead.
Are you racist, Omar? Is that the question?
Yeah, he is.
I'm so racist. I love black. I love black color. Like my favorite color is black and red.
Well,
No,
I'm red, motherfucker. I'm Native American. So
nice.
You really screwed that up, Omar.
Okay, now real talk though. Weeb, if God of War would be to get delayed, how would the community perceive it?
It won't be delayed.
We're playing the if game. Thank you very much.
I don't entertain delusions, Omar.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's not gonna be delayed, dude. They learned a lesson from The Last of Us Part Two, and that was because of COVID. I mean, that's not no longer an issue. Generally, they've always been spot
No, no,
on.
no. Hold up. The Last of Us Part 2 got delayed because of the fucking leak, dude.
No, didn't get deleted. Dude, what the hell? That's delusional. I'm sorry, that's really delusional. It didn't get delayed because of the leak. It got delayed because because
They
COVID
hold
provided
up.
challenges.
No, no, hold up.
No,
They
no,
went
no, COVID, man.
on. If I remember correctly, they had a release date. Then they went either indefinitely or they just delayed it for unknown date. And then the leak happened, and then a few time later they came out with the release date. Come on.
They no. They if I remember correctly, they already when it was delayed, they already announced the new release date, and
No,
I think
no,
they did.
no. I remember correctly. Hey, maybe I'm saying something, you're saying something. Okay, you can be the tiebreaker or anyone from chat who does his
But
research.
but dude, irrespective of that, it has nothing to do with the leak. Your theory that they delayed it because of the leak makes no sense whatsoever. You just said actually that the leak came after the delay, so that makes no fucking sense.
No,
No,
it was caused by COVID-19 pandemic. That's why it was delayed.
Yeah,
but they
Yeah,
didn't delay it by much. What, 2 months?
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, the game was well on the way. Just realized that to deliver the game the quality they wanted, they needed more time. They, this is Sony. They don't delay their game 5 years like a certain other company that makes console.
True.
They
Nintendo?
delayed if I mean, Nintendo. Well, yeah. To be fair,
I
yeah, Nintendo
mean,
did.
to be
They
fair,
didn't tell that, but
Metroid is
they
still.
generally also shadow drop games, like to say, yeah, in 6 months' time you get a new Metroid, right? So, Nintendo gets a pass for that. They deliver mostly on time, but PlayStation generally I mean, I think that was probably the only uh, time where they actually had a release date and they had to move it. I mean, yes, God of War and Ragnarok and Forbidden West were supposed to come out earlier, but didn't have a firm release date. So that's fair. Um, and the only game before the pandemic that I remember, uh, but I'm sure there's probably games before that, but I remember that had a delay was Days Gone, and we know why that had a delay because the development was garbage, right? It was that game was had a rough development, but
Wait, I have a genuine question.
yeah.
So, has there been a game that PlayStation has announced a firm release date and they delayed it more than a month?
I think The Last of Us 2 had a release date and then they delayed it,
Yeah, I was about to say The Last of
Because
Us
of
2.
COVID.
and it was more than a month, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
'Cause I think it
so
was
there's the
initially supposed
answer.
to be released in like February or
Yeah.
something, and then it got pushed back to like June, I think.
I think May. But anyway, yeah. But that's pretty much the only one I can recall that actually had a
But
firm release date and was delayed.
yeah, yeah. Even so, it's only one game out of how many, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I mean
So, like, yeah,
COVID affected everybody. I mean, and yeah, except that there's only one company that uses it as an excuse for
Facts.
for their own components. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it did affect everybody. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you work, I mean, I also
Okay,
work in the
so
office,
what's
so
his
I
name?
re I
Go ahead.
realize that has an impact on productivity on people. There's a lot of time lost trying to get people to be able to work from home,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a probably challenge to uh, do the software development projects remotely because I mean I'm used to I also work with developers and I'm used to be in the office and talk directly to them and have meetings with them directly face to face. That changes when you have to do that remotely because there's a lot lost. Even if you do video calls, there's a lot lost because you can't feel things, right? You can only have
Right.
trust with your eyes, but you can't feel like, okay, are they actually when they say, okay, yeah, I'm good, I'm on track. Are they on track? You don't know that. You can feel that when
Right.
you're in an office setting and people can interact with each other and you can more easily, you know, anticipate things more easily, switch up things, and you're far more productive that way. So I can understand that, even though I'm not working for a game developer, but I can understand that games will be delayed because of that. But that's the only thing. I mean, again, the only other game that got delayed because of non-COVID reasons was Days Gone, and we know that that was clearly because the developer just wasn't ready
Ready.
for that for a AAA experience like that. But
Yeah.
that's the only one, right? As I can recall. I mean,
Right.
you can challenge me in that one, but as far as I'm aware of, that's the only one where that really happened. I mean, meanwhile, at the other end of the aisle, we have games getting delayed 3 times and three restarted 3 times, that kind of shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty confident that now, and getting back to your point, Omar, yeah, I'm pretty confident now they announced the release date for God of War Ragnarok. And I think that's why they also were waiting for so long to actually drop that release date. They want to be
Right.
absolutely sure that they could deliver. And
Mm-hmm.
I
So
know
you
Which
they're
I
going to do
appreciate.
expecting them to say we're gonna go
Yeah.
anytime soon?
it. Sorry?
You're expecting them to say we're gonna go anytime soon?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So I'm Amish. So if they delay it into 23, I'll send you an ankle pick.
Not an ankle pick. Oh my god, I hate you.
Yay!
Yeah.
I hate you.
I'm
I'm,
honored.
I'm Amish.
Okay.
That's considered very sexual.
A
Nice.
Native American Amish. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
such an
It,
odd
it,
combination. How did that happen?
it's complicated. It's complicated. That's all.
Yay. Um. Okay.
Oh man, you should go honor the
It,
ankle.
oh no, Morgan.
Damn.
If they were to delay God of War, what would
Hmm.
happen?
Like with me personally, or like the community.
Could you repeat that?
With me personally, or do you mean like with the community?
Well, yeah, community and then you.
Well, the community is the community, so they would all obviously flip out and curse, whine, and probably send death threats
Yeah.
and be like, "Why are
A
y'all
big,
do this? Why would y'all give us a release date and then pull the blanket from under us? Why would you do this? Blah 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 blah. Fuck you. Fuck Santa Monica. Fuck PlayStation. Be like be the big babies they are, basically.
Someone
While
clip what you just said. Fuck Santa Monica, fuck Sony, fuck PlayStation. We need that.
Oh man, that's exactly what they're gonna do, and they're gonna send death threats and shit to the developers, act crazy and act like entitled brats that they are. They deserve the game, but it's just like if you are a true fan of Sony games or in particular God of War, would you not want it in its best possible state? Like, would you not want it like polished to perfection? Or would you want it and then you got bugs, you got glitches, your game's crashing on you, you're getting pissed because you're trying to get into the story, but you can't because the shit's taking you out, that the fact that the shit's clipping and fucking Atreus is flying in the trees and shit, and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Like that
a
that's
flying threat would be nice though.
not when it's not planned though. Like he's just randomly jumping and flying, and you're like, Kratos is talking to him like he's right beside him, and is that really what the community wants? That's the real question I have. Like I'm never like you, Omar. I'm never upset about a delay. A
Me
delay
neither. I'm
is
always okay
always
with
a
the delay.
positive. Yeah, a delay is always a positive in my eyes because that just
Cyber.
means that the studio and publisher realize that they need the time to make the game the best possible state they can, and they are, putting the game first. Basically, they're putting the game before the profits. I just appreciate that.
Cyber
So
Drunk
yeah,
70 called me, not reminded me, told me why delays are important.
facts, facts, and it's just yeah, but that's how I feel. That's how I would take it. I would
Gotcha.
of course be sad. I'd be sad, but I'm hey, take the time you need. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
What? Like if it got delayed, how would I feel about it?
And how would the community react to it?
Um, well, one, I think the Xbox would be like, "Yeah, we told you
Oh yeah,
so,"
a
you
giant
know,
W for next.
and then they would be making all kinds of fucking memes, and then PlayStation side would be like, "Well, we'd rather have a finished project than something that needs like 10 million patches," you know. And then I would be like, shit, I gotta send Omar that fucking ankle pic now.
the
Okay.
the timeline of events right
Real talk. Okay. How do you think God of War is gonna be perceived? On Meta. Give it a number.
91.
Wow. Morgan.
now. I'm not even going for it. Like the way they've been acting on PlayStation games, shit. Uh, 93, 94.
Okay. The first one was 96, yeah?
Yeah.
Chat, feel free to join in. What do you guys think the meta gonna be? Weeb.
93, I think. It's gonna score lower purely because the surprise element is gone, right? Because people don't know what to expect. But
Yeah.
it's gonna
Stevie is
be.
gonna give it a 70.
You know they are. The
Yeah,
Zarek.
Stevia peoples. You
Zarek.
know they are.
and that's why they're not getting a review code.
It's gonna get
Zarek.
it's gonna get between 95 and 98.
Okay. Now give me a number.
I say I said nine. I say 95.
Okay. As for me, um, with how Horizon got, I would be lucky. I would be shocked if it gets a 90.
So I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised the way they've been treating PlayStation games lately. Man,
No,
That's what
no,
I'm
no.
saying. That's why I gave it
Hold
91.
up. No, this is meta. This is not my opinion about what PlayStation deserves. This is what meta is going to give it. Totally
oh I know.
different. So total for
No, I'm
me.
saying the way the reviewers have been treating it, I wouldn't be surprised. Like
I
the
thought
way
the
they've been
way.
treating PlayStation
Okay.
games. Yeah, like Horizon did
Um.
everything better. It did
Yeah.
everything better than the
Right,
first game, and still
right.
still got the same, or was it 1 point lower
One
than
point
Horizon
lower.
Zero
This
Dawn?
is this is why, because it's 1 fucking point lower. It's not
Yeah,
even on par with the first game. Welcome to the point. That's how crazy it is.
shit, crazy.
Right.
Chat,
It
chat. What do you guys
exceeds the
think?
original.
Exactly.
Chat, give me a number. Come on. Um,
But like Weep said, because that wow factor is gone, that's why the number is gonna
but
drop.
this
Yeah,
game.
so I'm saying
But
91.
okay. With this game being rumored to be 2 game in 1, do you guys think that it's going to hurt it or
No,
give it an up score when it comes to meta?
it depends if people feel like it's dragging too long, or if it
I
overstays
mean,
its welcome.
you're literally gonna play 2 games in one, so I'm literally expecting 50 hours
Yeah,
of game.
I'm all for more time, but the thing is that time welcome? Is that time annoying? Because Days Gone was long as shit, and by the third act, I was like, this game still going on? I was like, what?
Days Gone?
Like it just yes, for me when he went up that mountain in the snow, and I thought it was over. I thought the credits was about to roll. I was like, oh my god, he going into another area? What are we doing? Like I felt like it overstayed its welcome, and I was ready for it to end, and I was just like, eh. Sometimes long isn't always good. So it just depends on the writing and whether or not
Okay.
it deserves to be
I
long.
feel like Days Gone hit its peak when they went to the facility and found out that it was like her that created the virus or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Weeb.
Yes.
What's your thought on it being 2 games in one? Do you think it's gonna help it or hurt it when it comes to score?
2 games in one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said that, but I don't think what you're probably referring to is the fact that uh, Corey Barlock said that they had so much story that they could easily make 3 games. I think he even said maybe even 5 games. So
No,
I
they
don't.
said 3 games. This one game was supposed to be 3 games, but
No, 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 no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said that they had so much story they could make 3 to 5 games. But the thing is, that doesn't necessarily mean that when they sort of refine that to a story that they can use, that there's so much story left, right? So yes, if this was fucking Assassin's Creed, they could have stretched that to 9 parts, but uh, they want to tell their story. They want to tell it their way. And if they feel like we need to do that, we can split that up. And we don't want to split it up in 3 games. We want to do it in 1 game, in total 2 games. That's fine. And it's all. Look, we're going to get a game that's probably jam packed with content. That's going to be easily twice as long as the first God of War, 2018. So I mean, we should be happy for that. We're getting classic old school games that are complete packages and that are stuffed with content without, padding it, without adding microtransactions, without, selling you in-game content as DLC, and without stretching it to 3 games, so just so they could sell you another game later, right? I mean, I'm happy that they follow their own vision, that they stay true to their craft as game developers, and not go for the easy way out. Say, yeah, let's make it 3 games. Because an example of a game where they actually did do that was Deus Ex, right? The sequel to that was actually supposed to be much longer, but they Square Enix decided, oh yeah, we're going to split this up. We're going to make a trilogy, and that trilogy never happened because sales of that game disappointed them too much that they decided to never make a third game in that franchise. Yeah, so we're basically left, with a plot thread hanging because we're never going to see how it ends. So I'm glad they're doing this, and I'm not saying Sony would ever do that with God of War, but I'm glad they're doing this this way. I'm not concerned at all. I mean, it's the same writers who work on the story, right? So even if Corey's vision is not there directly, or at least his direction is not there, this game is going to be fine. It's going to be more than fine. I'd say it's going to exceed our expectations. It's going to shut down everybody who's calling this DLC. It's going to be easily Game of the Year.
Now, the final question is going to be... One cut to God of War. Who is going to win Game of the Year? Between God of War, between Forbidden West, between Elden Ring.
It's going to be between Elden Ring and
No, it's
most
gonna be Stray. Stray, the cat game, is gonna win.
Oh yes. Well, okay. If we're gonna do that, I'm gonna nominate AI to Somnium Felt to the initiative.
No one's going to play Stray. No one cares about cats. Said the guy
I
with the
care
cat
about
in his
cat.
bed. You don't even have cats. Sit down.
Stray's not gonna be
No,
up there. Stray's not gonna be up
my
there.
pussy is all for it. I don't know what y'all talking about.
You don't have a cat. I'm looking at my cat right
I have
now.
a cat. I
Where
have
is
a
she?
cat. It might not be an animal, but it's there and it purrs.
Why? Why the fuck did I knew you were going that route? Oh my god. You don't have a cat. Your your dog doesn't count as a cat. Sorry.
I mean, if it purrs, it's a cat.
Your dog is not a cat. Morgan, help me. She just lied and said she have a cat.
Brother, do we really have to explain that to you? The birds and the bees?
Weep, you do realize I just told her I knew I had the feeling that she was going there.
Uh-huh.
Did
Uh-huh.
Weep, do you want to get arrested?
For what? What
Saying the
law
wrong
have I
thing to the
broken?
wrong person? This is Twitter, mind you. No, this is YouTube. Even worse. Question, what's worse? Twitter or YouTube? Good question. But yeah, no,
They're the same
Jay
thing.
didn't crack me that much off guard with that thing, cause I knew she was going this. Like I know Kay for a long while now. So Morgan, are you interested in Trey?
Hell yeah.
Do you have a cat?
Yeah.
No,
You should
wait.
know that though, Omar. I've been posting about that game for like over a year now.
Nah. Do you have a cat?
No, I don't.
Then how are you
Yes,
interested
she
in it?
does.
Whoa. Well, yeah, that kind of cat. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I'm coming over this week to pet her cat.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll accept that. That's cool.
I'm gonna make it purr like it's never purred before.
Yo.
Oh my
Oh
god.
shit. Oh,
Oh
I'm
my
all for the
god.
challenge. Okay. I'm all for it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Or shit
Fur
by the
or
Christ.
no fur, I'm there for you.
Oh my god.
Appreciate it. I
Hey,
appreciate it. I need
hey,
somebody here for
hey,
me.
hey.
It's okay.
Can I bring my cat with me?
Sure, make it a cat party. Yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
Oh
Oh,
man. I hate y'all.
that was legendary. Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna make a detour on my way home to make
You're gonna make
sure,
it what?
you know.
apparently it's the most wishlisted on Steam. So I hope it does the numbers. It looks interesting. I'm going to play it and then give my opinion about it, which is going to be 5 meow out of 10. Because apparently you need to meow 100 times in order to get the platinum trophy.
Cats don't usually like baths, but I have a feeling that Morgan's cat's gonna really like the bath I give her.
Mm-hmm. Morgan, any comment?
Morgan is all flustered.
Oh, I
Don't
Viper.
can
I think we are long gone from the past moment. Sorry, you, you're too you're too asleep to realize we are already gone from the past moment. Precisely, on pause. We should, hey, we should find a way to monetize this. I mean,
have.
I do need a new PC.
Oh man.
So
Oh, you mean the
Morgan
per?
K, Morgan K, and Lucy get to work.
Oh man. Now they really gonna call us catfishes then. Oh jeez.
I mean, I hold up. I need an excuse to come, so I'm bringing Lucy with me.
Lucy cancels it all out. Oh man.
Oh my god. Um. Oh yeah, no. So, yeah. Real talk, correct. You playing Trey?
Nah, I'm not.
Okay. We.
I get it.
How dare you? How dare you?
Like it was cheap, but it's $10.
Oh man. Oh man.
Weeb, are you playing Stray?
Yes, of course.
Nice, that's how we love to see it. Also, I forgot, I wanted to cover it, so we're gonna talk about it very fast. Fuck the E3 shit, cause real talk, E3 is dead. PlayStation.
But I was still I had to wait until next E3.
I wanna cover the indies that we seen at PlayStation blog. That's how you do a fucking indie. You don't need a full show for it. You can just get on with it in a 15-minute blog and every 15-minute updated. So first of all, literally a JRPG golf. Who's interested? Kay,
Wait, what?
are you too busy playing with your dog?
Oh, nice
Um,
save.
I
I
might have
I
yeah.
I might be a little hearing impaired because I might have had a drink or two. Um,
Oh,
so
okay.
so
No,
so
That
could
explains it.
could so
Um
so what exactly were you asking?
so wait, is it hearing impaired or brain impaired? I'm curious. Now, real talk. Are you interested in the JRPG golf game? It's an indie game.
What game is it? You said a
J.
golf game?
It's a golf game, but it's JRPG. So you're gonna have
Oh,
stats.
I've seen it. I don't know if I'm interested in it. The only there's two indie games that I'm currently interested in, and those are Evil West and Flintlock. Those are the only two indie games I'm currently interested in right now.
Evil West?
Yeah,
What's that? Let me look it up.
you have to look it up.
they've been advertising it
It's
as
like
greatly
it's like
lately.
almost like a Van Helsing type feeling game, and then
Yeah, that looked fantastic. I watched the gameplay. But is that
and
an
then
indie?
And then Flintlock is like it has a female protagonist who has like an animal type friend, and they're fighting against these supposed gods that have taken over the human world, and she's fighting against them because they had like killed her father or something. and that they use like weapons that are guns that involve gunpowder.
So flintlock game. How does it look like?
But that was
Guessing.
the one that was shown at the Xbox
Oh,
showcase.
that's the one that I just saw a few whiles ago. Are these games
Yeah.
indies? Cause Evil West didn't
Yeah.
look indie. It looked
Yeah, I think
triple
Evil
A.
West is Devolver. I think it's Devolver Digital or something.
Ah,
Evil
Yeah.
okay.
West.
So you're not interested in that that game where you play at different type of gameplays from Devolver Digital?
You have to send it to me and I'll look at it.
I
I
will
don't.
send
I
it
don't think I.
later because
Yeah.
it looked interesting. Okay. Um, what about Cult of the Lamb?
Oh yeah, I'm getting that
Oh
one.
hell yeah! Colt wins day one for me. That shit looks fantastic.
And anyone getting that shadow game where you're a little something hiding in a shadow, you need to jump from shadow
Oh,
to shadow?
Skim. Yeah.
It looks
Uh,
interesting.
yeah.
I'm
I
sold
think we'll
on
get
it.
it.
I love the gameplay. I find it unique.
I mean, we need to support our local developers, Omar.
Facts. Facts.
I'm not gonna get that cyberpunk horror game because I don't fuck with horror.
It actually looked kind of interesting, though.
I need to watch see more of it then. I'm more dude. They found a fucking way to make me interested in a fucking golf game. If that doesn't say enough, I don't know what does.
Yeah, but
I think these are the most interesting games that they have shown. Oh yeah, there's also uh, Children of Tomorrow. Anyone interested in that?
Uh, no.
Weeb?
Nope.
Okay. And the final conversation is E3 coming back next year. You guys think they're gonna make it or it's gonna flop?
it's no fly.
It's gonna go the wave to Dodo.
Not PlayStation. It's
PlayStation is not joining. It's not coming back to E3. I don't believe so.
The only reason E3 exists is to give hope and dreams to our Xbox brethren.
With that being said, let's get to our outros. Kay, where people can find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Kaylee1103. It's spelled KALEIGH 1103. I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat follows me already though. So I love you
Yay!
guys. You guys are the best.
Yeah.
You make my kitty purr so hard.
What the
Morgan, Morgan, do your outro. We need to get out of here before some accident happen.
All right, you guys know who it is. It's Morgan, aka Still Bandit. Thanks to everybody in the panel. Thank you on the chat. Another interesting day in the world of being a gamer. So thank you guys for coming through, and see you next Saturday.
Weeb, where people can find you?
Everywhere and nowhere. You can find me on Twitter as the Weep Sheriff, at Infinite Rhizome, and on YouTube as Blue Rhizome. And yeah, great show, and of course, Other Nation.
The Rec,
Otter Nation.
where people can find you. Make up your mind, Other Nation or Cat Nation.
It's Otter Nation and Cat Nation. They're
Cat
They,
Nation.
The Rec, where people can find you.
You can find me on Twitter. That's Rick_Age89. Or they can find me on PlayStation for Raphael_C1989. But y'all have a blessed day.
Okay.
And take care.
And people can find me at Carb_Jihab on Twitter and Vitamin G every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Innate at the real Innate, and shout out to everyone that came through. Shout out to Chat. This was a fantastic conversation. Lots of laugh. We all got to know that, yeah, God of War is gonna be game of the generation. And with that being said, I'm gonna leave it as that. Also, play Under Lilies. I can't stress this enough. I'm really enjoying Under Lilies. Mm,
Yes, indeed.